I actually like Jay-Z, but you know the language last night. Oh. I was thinking maybe I'll just try it. Should I use that language for one of that? He used every word in the book last night. And by the way, in Hershey, Pennsylvania, last night, we had an arena. We had 27,000 people show up. Maybe they couldn't get in. Can you imagine if I said that? So he used every word in the book. I won't even use the initials because I'll get in trouble. They'll get me in trouble.
Did you hear about Jay-Z's mic drop moment? The hip-hop legend just schooled Trump on racism, and oh boy, did it hit a nerve. Our orange-tinted president is throwing a Twitter tantrum like a toddler who dropped his ice cream cone. But here's the kicker, Jay-Z didn't just spit rhymes, he dropped cold hard facts, like how the poverty rate for black Americans is a whopping 19.5%, while it's only 8.1% for white folks. That's not just a gap, it's a Grand Canyon of inequality. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now back to the video. Guess who's back in Trump's crosshairs? It's none other than Jay-Z, and he's not pulling any punches this time.
He's bringing out an ugly side of America that we wanted to believe was gone. And it's still here, and we still got to deal with it.
I mean, is he a racist? Is he not a racist? I'm telling you, you're having a debate over whether a guy is a racist. Chances are that guy's a racist.
We have to have the conversation. We have to have tough conversation. We have to talk about the N-word, and we have to talk about why white men are so privileged in this country.
I completely agree. We don't need any more evidence.
Our favorite rap mogul decided to call out Trump's presidency for what it really is, a racist reveal party. Ouch! That's gotta sting worse than a MAGA hat sunburn. Now, we all know Trump's not exactly known for keeping his cool. In fact, he loses it faster than his hair in a wind tunnel. But this time, Jay-Z's words hit harder than Trump's border wall plans ever could. He's talking cold, hard facts about poverty rates. Folks, did you know that black Americans are facing a poverty rate that's more than double that of white Americans? We're talking a Grand Canyon-sized gap here, people. It's like the economy is playing a twisted game of the floor is lava, and black Americans got stuck with all the wobbly furniture.
He used language last night that was so bad, and then Hillary said, I did not like Donald Trump's lewd language. My lewd language. Far more than Jay-Z had with their free tickets, far more, and Beyonce, and I like them both. I tell you what, I've never said what he said in my life. But that shows you the phoniness of politicians and the phoniness of the whole system, folks.
So how does our tweeter-in-chief respond to these hard-hitting facts? In true Trump fashion, of course. He's waving around unemployment stats like there's some kind of magic wand that'll make systemic racism disappear. Newsflash, Donnie, low unemployment doesn't mean the problem's solved. It's like saying you fixed a leaky roof by putting a bucket under it. But here's the kicker. Jay-Z's point is proven by Trump's very response. Our orange friend can't see the forest for the trees when it comes to systemic racism. He's so busy patting himself on the back for unemployment numbers, he's missing the bigger picture. It's like he's bragging about remembering to flush while the whole bathroom's on fire.
I'll be honest with you. I've here lately grown, I'm beginning to lose confidence in the Trump administration.
I think that what he's forcing people to do is have a conversation and people to band together and work together, and like, you can't really address something that's not revealed.
I don't know. What do you
What
think?
is it?
Yeah, what do you think of that?
I think it's actually a great thing. And here's why.
And just when you thought it couldn't get any juicier, the hip-hop community's jumping into the ring. Turns out they're not about to let Trump slide on this one. It's like watching a rap battle, but instead of sick beats, we've got hard facts and cutting commentary. Who needs 8 Mile when you've got Pennsylvania Avenue? Looks like Jay-Z's not the only one dropping truth bombs on Trump. The whole hip-hop crew's suiting up for battle, and they're not pulling any punches. Kendrick Lamar, Eminem, and a whole bunch of other rappers are jumping into the ring, mics in hand, ready to spit some serious rhymes about systemic racism. Remember when hip-hop was all about bling and Bentleys? Well, now it's voter registration forms and political statements. Who'd have thought Eminem would be telling fans, it's me or Trump? Talk about a plot twist. The Detroit rapper made headlines with his anti-Trump freestyle at the BET Hip Hop Awards, drawing a line in the sand clearer than Trump's spray tan.
Oh, this guy, I'm looking at him like, man, this is a joke. You know, with all, I can't even say with all due respect, with all disrespect. He's not a very, I believe that everything that happens in life is for your greatest good. And I don't think that this is happening if we weren't prepared to handle it. So I'm just actually looking forward to what's next after that. Sophisticated man, especially when it comes to, you know, the ideas of, no, until everyone's free, no one is free. It's people attached to these laws. And I think they've forgotten that piece, that these things are going to affect real life people. When you put in like prison reform, like people are going to jail.
But Eminem's not the only one getting political. Kendrick Lamar's been asking the tough questions, wondering if America's really honest or just basks in sin. It's like he's holding up a mirror to society, and the reflection ain't pretty. Joey Badass, meanwhile, says Trump's made racism impossible to ignore. According to him, it's like racism put on its Sunday best and went for a stroll down Main Street. It's hard to miss when it's wearing its finest suit and tie, right? And then there's Rick Ross, talking about how we need to destroy before we elevate. Sounds like he's not interested in putting a band-aid on a bullet wound. He's going for the full surgery, trying to cut out the cancer of systemic racism at its roots. But here's the kicker. These rappers aren't just talking the talk, they're walking the walk, encouraging their fans to get politically engaged. It's like they've traded in their gold chains for voter registration forms. Who saw that coming? Vic Mensa's even saying that Trump's election has forced America to confront the ugly truth about racism. It's like Trump accidentally ripped off America's "we're not racist" mask, and now everyone can see what's really underneath. And get this, since Jay-Z's comments, there's been a big jump in voter registration among young people in communities of color. Looks like they're realizing their voices matter in the political game. Who knew hip-hop could be such a powerful get out the vote campaign? Well, folks, it looks like Jay-Z's verbal smackdown on Trump isn't just another celeb feud.
Jay-Z to fill up arenas, you know. We do it the old-fashioned way. We fill them up because you love what we're saying and you want to make America great again. We do it the old-fashioned way, folks.
Your thoughts on Donald Trump and what it means for Marcy?
Nope. It's turning into a full-blown movement, with fans trading their bling for voting rings. Hova's words are sparking more action than a Beyonce dance tutorial, reminding us of how artists once fired up the civil rights movement. Jay-Z's dropping truth bombs like, until everyone's free, no one's free, and it's got people thinking maybe we're all in this together after all. Who knew? It's like he's the Pied Piper of social justice, leading a whole army of woke warriors ready to take on the system. So will this hip-hop revolution lead to real change, or will it fizzle out faster than Trump's hairspray in a hurricane? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure, Jay-Z's words are stinging harder than a bee in Trump's toupee. Maybe the Donald should invest in some industrial strength burn cream, cause this rap beef is far from over.